Hi, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm gonna be your PAS today, okay?
Okay.
So what brought you in today?
Well, I've been feeling kind of lightheaded.
Okay. How long has this been going on for?
It started like 2 days ago.
Okay. And what were you doing when it started?
I don't remember. It just kind of came all of a sudden.
Okay. And what time of the day was that?
It was like at nighttime.
Okay. And you said that you felt like lightheaded. What type of feeling was that?
I just felt like really dizzy, kind of.
Okay.
I was just kind of like dozing off. I felt like I didn't really have a lot of energy. So.
Okay. And you didn't lose consciousness or anything?
No.
Never passed out?
No.
Does anything make it better or worse?
I guess like when I eat something, it kind of makes it better.
Better?
Yeah.
And does not eating make it feel worse? Or?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I'm not really sure. Nothing's really made it like feel worse, really.
Okay.
So.
So, is there any other symptoms that you're getting with it?
No, not really. Just mainly like lightheadedness, weakness, kind of feeling out of it.
So, what does your normal diet look like?
Well, I really like to drink soda.
Okay.
So I think I drink like 3 cans a day at least for each meal. I love McDonald's and Taco Bell, so I think I eat like McDonald's like once a week. The McFlurries are my favorite.
Okay.
I love Taco Bell too. I always go to Taco Bell at least like 2 times a week, so that makes up like 2 of my meals.
Okay.
But the rest I just kind of like snack, eat chips. I'm kind of busy, so I just eat whatever's around.
Okay. What do you do?
I go to school.
Go to school?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you go to?
I go to Jefferson.
Okay. And what do you study there?
PA.
So about what times of the days do you eat?
It really varies. Sometimes I don't even eat breakfast if I'm late. But it really just depends. I try to eat normally with a schedule, like I try to eat lunch at lunchtime and dinner at dinner time, but it doesn't really work that way all the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you have any allergies?
No.
And has anything ever happened to you like this before?
No. Not that I can remember.
And do you take any medications?
No.
And does anyone in your family get this type of lightheadedness or anything?
I guess like my mom kind of does. So my mom actually has obesity. So she was like the doctor told her that she like needed to lose weight, that she needs to go on a better diet because she does have diabetes. So.
Okay. Does anyone else in your family have diabetes as well?
Yes, my grandpa does on my mom's side.
And does any other family member have any other type of serious medical condition?
Well, my dad does have hypertension, so he takes medicine for that. My sister She has been to the doctor now. I don't really know what for, but I know that she has some kind of health problem.
Okay. And have you had any stomach pain from this or anything?
No, not really.
All right, so I'm going to ask you a little bit about your childhood.
Okay.
So do you have all of your immunizations?
Yes, I believe so.
And did you have any illnesses when you were a child, like measles, rubella, mumps, chickenpox, whooping cough?
Nope.
Rheumatic fever, polio, diphtheria?
Nope.
Any psychiatric disorders?
Nope.
Were you in any accidents or anything like that as a kid?
When I was 5 years old, I actually broke my toe, but other than that, no.
You said that was when you were 5.
Yeah.
And that healed all right?
Yeah.
And did you have any medical illnesses that I didn't list when you were a kid? And did you feel like you had like a good childhood?
Yeah.
Okay. Your family and everything?
Yep.
A lot of friends?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So have you had any recent illnesses? Like thyroid disease, heart disease, hypertension, diabetes?
No.
Any respiratory problems like COPD, asthma?
No, I do feel a little short of breath at times,
Okay.
but that could just be because of my weight.
Have you ever had cancer,
Mm-mm.
HIV,
Mm-mm.
hepatitis,
Nope.
kidney disease,
Nope.
blood clots,
Mm-mm.
psychiatric history?
Mm-mm.
And have you had all your recent immunizations, like for the flu, hepatitis B,
Yeah.
zoster, pneumococcal?
Yep.
Okay. And have you been hospitalized anytime recently?
No, not that I can think of.
How about surgeries?
Well, I used to play sports. I don't anymore, but I did tear my ACL, so I actually got surgery for that.
Okay.
But because after that injury, I really haven't been doing any kind of exercise. So.
Okay. What were you doing when you tore your ACL?
I was playing soccer.
Soccer.
Yeah.
And how long ago was that?
I think that was maybe like 8 years ago.
8 years ago?
Yeah.
And do you remember what hospital you had that surgery at?
No.
Any complications with it? Did it heal okay?
Yeah, it did heal okay, but I don't really play any sports anymore, so.
Do you feel like it still like limits your like movements, cause you any pain or anything like that?
I wouldn't necessarily say so because I haven't even tried really to work out or play sports again, so.
And do you regularly go for like your screenings? Like, do you get your cholesterol tested at all?
No, not
You don't get
really.
that tested?
No.
Okay. How about mammographies?
Nope, not yet.
How about tuberculosis or lung screenings? Colonoscopies? Have you ever got a pap smear?
No, not yet.
And when did you first get menstrual cycles?
Like 12 years ago?
And would you say that they're regular
Yes, sometimes.
sometimes?
Yeah.
Can you explain that for me?
I tend to like skip some months, but other than that,
And do you have any pain with it?
yes, I do get really bad cramps.
And have you ever been pregnant?
Nope.
And do you use any contraceptives?
Nope.
Do you have a boyfriend or a significant other?
No.
No? Are you sexually active?
No.
Have you ever been sexually active?
Nope.
And where do you live now?
I live nearby school.
Okay. And do you live with anyone else or do you live by yourself?
I live by myself.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you a little bit about your family history.
Okay.
So do you have anyone in your family who has headaches?
My mom does get headaches. She says she gets headaches when she doesn't drink Diet Coke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any seizure disorders?
No.
How about strokes?
No, not that I know of.
Mental illness?
Nope.
Suicide?
Nope.
Any substance abuse in the family?
No.
How about thyroid disease?
No.
Coronary artery hypertension or hyperlipidemia?
Well, my dad does have hypertension.
Hypertension?
Yes.
And you said your mom has diabetes?
Yes,
And your
my
grandpa?
Yep.
Any asthma?
Nope.
Tuberculosis?
Nope.
Any renal diseases?
Nope.
Arthritis?
Nope.
Any allergies?
Nope.
Now I'm just going to ask you a few questions about your daily life just to make sure we didn't miss anything, okay?
Okay.
So where were you born, first of all?
I was born in Glenside, PA.
Never been there. It's not far though, is it?
No, it's not.
I don't think so. And you said that your childhood was good,
Yeah.
all through high school,
Yep.
and you're still in school right now.
Yes.
You said that you live by yourself. How far from school do you live?
Maybe like 5 minutes. It's really close.
Do you ever feel lonely?
No, not really.
Do you like living alone?
Yes and no. I feel like because I live alone, I just like tend to skip meals, or I tend to just eat like really random food, or I just eat fast food because it's the easiest thing to do. So.
And have you had any stress recently?
Well, I guess like school has been really stressful, and it doesn't help that I feel really dizzy and lightheaded sometimes during school, so that's been added stress.
Does it affect your school at all?
Not really, not as of now, but it's just recently started, so it's not too bad.
But recently, has it been? Do you feel like you're not able to concentrate, or?
It definitely is a lot harder to concentrate during school, so.
And how do you feel about your financial situation?
Um,
Do you feel like that, like, you have enough money to, like, maybe go out and go shopping, or is that why you have been, like, eating a lot of fast food?
I feel like I have the money to go grocery shopping, if that's what you meant, but just fast food's the easiest
Quicker.
and it tastes the best.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Especially when you're stressed.
Yeah. Okay. And do you have any activities that you tend to do in your free time?
I really like to watch TV, so I just like to lay around in my bed, watch
De-stress.
TV. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you religious?
I was, but I don't really go anymore since school started. Too
And how
lazy.
often do you exercise?
I don't exercise
No.
at all.
Do you feel like you get more dizzy when you're up and moving around? Or?
Yes, definitely. Like throughout the day when I go to school and I'm like having to walk to classes and stuff, I do feel a little lightheaded at times, but.
Do you drink coffee at all? Take any
Um,
caffeine pills?
No, I do drink a lot of soda, especially Mountain Dew. So I do drink Mountain Dew in the morning because it helps me stay awake. But
And how much do you sleep about recently per night?
I think I sleep about like 5 hours per night.
And do you feel like that leaves you rested enough for the day?
I guess. Yeah, sometimes, but when you're sitting in class.
Yeah. And do you take normal like safety precautions, like wearing a seatbelt in the car,
Yep.
wearing a bicycle helmet?
I don't really ride bicycles, so
Do you wear sunscreen?
yes,
Do you have smoke detectors in your house?
I believe so.
Have you ever smoked?
Nope.
Do you consume alcohol?
Yes.
And how much would you say you drink a day? Or is it more like weekly or monthly?
It's more like monthly, not too
Monthly?
often. Yeah.
And when you do drink, how much would you say that is?
Maybe like a can or two
Of
beer.
do you use any illicit drugs or drugs that aren't prescribed to you?
No.
Now, the last part here is I'm just going to ask you a lot of questions. It's going to seem like a lot, but it's just making sure that we didn't miss anything, okay?
Okay.
So have you seen any recent weight changes? Maybe your clothes aren't fitting you the same way as they were before?
No, shockingly.
And are you having any weakness or fatigue with your lightheadedness?
Sometimes, occasionally.
Have you had any fevers?
No.
Have you noticed any rashes, lumps, or sores? Any dryness, redness of your skin?
Nope.
Any changes in your hair or nails?
Nope.
Have you noticed that any of your moles are increasing in size or changing color?
Nope.
Have you had any headaches or head injuries recently?
Nope.
Any changes in your vision?
No.
Do you wear glasses or contacts?
Yes, contacts.
Contacts. And when was the last time you had an eye exam?
Like 2 years ago?
And are you having any pain or redness, excessive tearing?
No.
No. Double blurred vision?
No.
Seeing any spots, specks, flashing lights?
Nope.
Nobody in your family with a history of glaucoma or cataracts?
No.
How about your hearing? How's your hearing?
Good.
You don't have any ringing in your ears?
No.
Any loss of balance?
Nope.
Any earaches?
No.
Infections? Any discharge?
Nope.
Do you tend to have any stuffiness in your nose? Get frequent colds?
Nope.
Any itchiness, hay fever, nosebleeds, or sinus troubles? How are your teeth and gums? Do you brush your teeth regularly? Use floss?
Yes.
Do you notice any bleeding in the gums when you do that?
No.
And when was your last dental exam?
A long time ago.
A long time ago?
Yeah.
It's hard when you're at school.
Yeah.
Any sore tongue or dry mouth?
Nope.
Any sores in the throat or any hoarseness in your...
Nope.
Any swollen glands in your neck?
No.
Any lumps, pain, stiffness? No? Have you noticed any lumps in your breast, any pain?
Nope.
Discomfort? Nipple discharge?
Nope.
Do you regularly give yourself self-exams?
No.
No? Okay. You should do that. It's really productive and it helps if you do find one, okay?
Okay.
So have you had any cough or sputum?
No.
How about shortness of breath? You said you get it sometimes.
Yeah.
Does that come on from you doing stuff, or is it just like when you're sitting?
I think it's more of like when I'm doing things.
Moving. Any wheezing?
No.
Any pain with a deep breath?
No.
Any asthma, bronchitis,
No.
emphysema, pneumonia, tuberculosis? Have you had any heart troubles? High
Not
blood
that I
pressure?
No.
How about rheumatic fever?
No.
Heart murmurs?
No.
Any chest pain or discomfort?
No, not really.
How about palpitations?
Nope.
Do you feel like you need to like prop yourself up at night with pillows?
Sometimes. Not
Sometimes?
really, yeah.
Any swelling in the hands, feet, or ankles?
No.
Have you had any EKGs recently?
No.
Any trouble swallowing?
No.
Do you feel like you get any heartburn when you sleep or after you eat?
Nope.
Okay. Any nausea, change in appetite?
No, not really.
Are your bowel movements regular?
Yes.
Okay. Any like difference in colors? Any blood?
Not that I've noticed.
Any pain when going to the bathroom?
No.
How about constipation? Any of that or diarrhea?
Nope.
Any abdominal pain?
No.
And does your stomach seem to get upset when you eat certain kinds of food?
Not really.
Okay. Excessive belching or passing gas?
No.
Have you had any leg pain?
Nope.
How about any swelling in your lower legs or feet?
No.
Any changes in the colors of your fingertips or toenails?
Nope.
And do you feel like you have any redness or tenderness anywhere?
Nope.
Do you find yourself urinating frequently or regularly?
Regularly, yeah. I do feel like really thirsty though, so I feel like I do go to the restroom more often, but
How often would you say you go a day? Roughly?
I'm not sure, like maybe like 15 times a day.
And do you have any burning when urinating?
No.
No? And any blood in the urine?
Nope.
Difference in color?
No.
Is it more of like a clear, like yellow?
I think so.
Any kidney pain, like pain in your side?
Nope.
Have you ever had a kidney stone?
No.
Do you feel nervous ever?
I guess like before an exam, but nothing really.
Any changes in your mood?